This is such a sacred time for you and baby. And having to think about what to eat isn't something you want to be second guessing. But listen, mama, you got this. You were made to do this. Hey lovelies, it's Melissa from Choosing My Health, where I teach you how to easily transition to a whole food, plant-based lifestyle and thrive. And y'all, I'm so excited because I've so wanted to share this video, vegan/plant-based pregnancy tips for a phenomenal pregnancy. As many of you know from my previous video, how to help your fam go plant-based, part 1, we're expecting, and I'm in my last trimester, about to pop. And it's been an incredible experience. Each of my pregnancies has been blessed to be plant-based and reached full term. And today I'm sharing my best backed up by science success tips for a healthy mama and healthy baby. Now, I'm not a doctor and this should not replace medical advice, right? This is my 3rd plant-based pregnancy and I do want to share my experience with those who have asked, especially with expecting mamas and ladies who desire to be mamas. So if you're curious about what I did to make this lifestyle work for me while pregnant and what you can do to make this lifestyle work for you, let's go. This is such a sacred time for you and baby. And having to think about what to eat isn't something you want to be second guessing. Now, in all transparency, before baby number 1, I wasn't necessarily planning out my food intake. I didn't know how much protein I needed. I didn't know how much iron I needed, calories, etc. And it can feel so daunting because your body's now responsible for creating this amazing human, right? And you need to give your baby your very best. And that's some type of pressure. But listen, mama, you got this. You were made to do this. And what's gonna give you the foundation for your very best is a healthy diet with lots of intentional variety, because this is the main source of nutrients you and baby need. And here's how to do it. You wanna make sure your diet includes fruits, vegetables, tubers, whole grains, legumes, nuts and seeds. And because your baby is taking in whatever you take in, you really want to consume food that's natural and minimally processed. In fact, there's a wealth of scientific evidence that natural, plant-based, and minimally processed food not only delivers maximum nutrition to meet your needs and your baby's nutritional needs, but it will also reduce your risk of preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, the risk of congenital malformations in your baby, and so much more. Check this out. In one study, researchers found that increments of total fiber intake of just 10 grams a day, basically the equivalent of 1 cup of avocado, was associated with a 26% reduction in gestational diabetes. And when it comes to preeclampsia, one of the leading causes of maternal death worldwide, and by the way, is 60% more common in Black women. One study showed that women who didn't usually eat daily servings of veggies during their pregnancy showed a higher frequency of preeclampsia compared to women who ate more than just 3 servings of veggies per day. So eating an abundance of these plant-based foods found in nature are powerful and will protect you and baby. And you can also check out all of these references for the studies I cite and more in the description box. In addition to eating a variety of powerful foods, I rainbow hacked my way through my pregnancies. So what does that mean? Basically, I made sure I ate a little of each color regularly to maximize the nutritional benefits of the plant-based diet. So what benefits specifically? I'm talking about phytonutrients. Phytonutrients are chemicals produced by plants that reduce the risk of disease. So when you see really colorful food, God made them that way to alert you that they're good for your body. Now, this is not an exhaustive list of benefits, but let me tell you a little of what each of these phenomenal food colors can do for you. Green foods like broccoli, avocado, all types of leafy greens are rich in vitamins K, C, E, iron, and folate. Folate is vital in developing a healthy baby, especially during the first 28 days of pregnancy, because it helps form a healthy neural tube, which later becomes the baby's spinal cord, spine, brain, and skull. Folic acid is the synthetic form of folate found in many fortified foods and vitamins. Red foods like beets, strawberries, tomatoes, pomegranates have a powerhouse of phytochemicals that help keep you, mama, from high blood pressure and are bursting with amazing antioxidants. Orange and yellow foods like mangoes, carrots, and peaches are a good indicator that they're full of folate and are also a great source of vitamin A, good for you and baby's heart, lungs, skin, bones, and eyes. White and light brown foods like bananas, cauliflower, ginger, potatoes are high in fiber, great to keep that constipation at bay. Can I please get an amen for that? And are a great source of potassium, magnesium, B vitamins, antioxidants, and they help keep mama's arterial function intact. And to preserve a lot of the vitamins and the veggies I mentioned, rather than boiling them in water, you could always steam, bake, or grill them. And to make sure you're eating a variety of these life-giving colors, you can log what you eat in a food journal or post a checklist of all of these beautiful colors on your fridge and check them off throughout the day to make sure you're meeting your quota. Your caloric intake is one of the most important ways to make sure you're getting all the nutrients you and your baby need. Now, I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. There were times I thought I was eating enough, but I truly wasn't. For most normal weight pregnant women, the right amount of calories is about 1,800 calories per day during the first trimester, about 2,200 calories per day during the second trimester, and about 2,400 calories per day during your third trimester. As you can see, your first trimester generally doesn't require you to eat extra calories. And thank God, because most of us have morning sickness and some sort of food aversion around this time. There were times I could hardly keep food down in my belly. But in my second trimester, I aimed to get at least 300 extra calories in. And it's recommended that in your third trimester, you aim for at least 500 extra calories. Some easy plant-based extra calorie ideas that helped me during my second trimester were a large apple with nut butter. The large apple is about 100 calories and 2 tablespoons of nut butter is about 200. So bang, an easy way to get 300 extra calories for your second trimester. For my third trimester, I do a little trail mix with dates and cashews. So 4 medjool dates gives 300 calories and a handful of cashews is about 200 or so, and bam, 500 calories, much easier than I thought. Other high-calorie plant-based foods include avocado, quinoa, nuts, dried fruit, sweet potatoes, legumes, and don't forget those super rich smoothies. I have several delicious recipes posted if you need some. Smoothies have always been the easiest way for me to get my nutrient-dense calories in, and I usually make a daily green smoothie with high-calorie foods like avocado and dates and seeds, paired with greens and apple, and anything else I can find to throw in there, which can easily bring me over to 600 calories. So if you're scrambling for an easy way to boost your calorie intake, there you have it. So if you're vegan or plant-based, you've probably got the famous question, so how do you get your protein? Listen, y'all, just take a deep breath. Because science shows that vegans, even vegetarians, not only meet their protein requirements, but often surpass them. According to one of the largest studies to date, comparing nutrient intake of over 71,000 people, vegans get 70% more protein than they need every day. That's about 70 grams plus. And when you're talking about protein deficiency, it's usually always found in those who aren't consuming enough calories. And for that matter, the most important thing is to make sure you're eating enough of all of your nutrients, not just protein. On average, you should get a minimum of 60 grams of protein a day. Protein is super important for your baby because it makes hormones, enzymes, helps muscles function properly, makes antibodies for their immune system, and just so much more. And if you need some high protein plant-based sources, I got you, sis. Here are some of my go-tos. Tofu, yummy stir fried or as a popular tofu eggs. You can do a lot with tofu. Tempeh, just half a cup of tempeh contains about 15 grams of protein. I got a bomb recipe on IG, so you could check that out. Lentils, they cook super quick and are practical for busy pregnant mamas. Chickpeas, lovely in curries, hummus, roasted chickpea salad. Chickpea nuggets. I have a recipe on IG for that too. Kids love that one. Nuts, think about nut butter or nuts on your morning oats. Hemp powder, love it in smoothies. There's quinoa and basically all types of beans. In fact, on average, you can get just as much protein from a half a cup of cooked beans as you can from an ounce of meat. And the difference is, with the meat, you get toxins and saturated fat and increased risk of disease. And with the beans, you bypass all that harmful stuff, but still get the protein and essential nutrients to make your pregnancy a success. And if eating beans makes you gassy, an easy way to remedy this is to soak them overnight or cook them in a pressure cooker like an Instant Pot. People have even tried cooking them with carrots and have found success. And if you're still not sure you're eating enough protein, let me encourage you. When I transitioned to a plant-based diet, I was surprised to learn there was protein in potatoes, broccoli, avocado, chia seeds, Brussels sprouts, all of these unexpected places. So you can definitely be pregnant and plant-based and still thrive. But the key, as I mentioned earlier, is eating enough varied calories, right? Enough food pretty much, and a rainbow of different types of foods, especially protein-rich foods. And again, keeping a food log will help keep you on track. When you're pregnant, you want to make sure you're getting all of your vitamins and minerals, A, C, D, E, your B vitamins, calcium, iron, everything. The neat thing about a plant-based lifestyle is if you're eating a healthy variety, it's naturally full of these. Even still, I like to supplement with the whole food prenatal multivitamin supplement just to make sure I'm getting everything I need and not leaving anything to chance. I personally like liquid prenatals, and when it comes to vitamins and minerals, there were two things I was especially careful about: vitamin B12 and iron. So for vitamin B12, if you're pregnant or trying to conceive, B12 is crucial. It's recommended that pregnant women take 50 micrograms of B12 per day. The best way to get this is through a supplement or fortified foods. It's believed that when B12 is combined with folate or folic acid, it can help prevent spina bifida and other spinal and central nervous defects in your baby as well. Second is iron. So I was pretty good with iron for my first 2 pregnancies. My 3rd pregnancy though, I started off on the lower normal scale, and though it seemed completely fine, your iron dips as you grow in pregnancy. That's because when you're pregnant, your body goes through significant changes. One of these changes is your blood volume. Your plasma increases about 40 to 50%, and your red blood cell mass increases about 20 to 30%, creating a need for more iron and folate. If these demands aren't met, you become anemic. When this happens, you increase your risk of premature birth, a low birth weight baby, postpartum depression, and more. So I really had to work on raising my levels so this didn't happen to me. In fact, as many as 1 out of 4 women experience iron deficiency in pregnancy. So if you're going through that, you're not alone. High sources of iron that have helped me and others are Unsulfured blackstrap molasses, depending on your needs, you can mix a tablespoon in a glass of water with some vitamin C once or twice a day. 1 tablespoon of blackstrap molasses contains 20% of your daily iron needs. Beets, especially powerful and exceptionally rich in iron. I feel an immediate difference in my energy levels when I drink fresh beet juice, especially mixed with fresh lemon, some greens, and carrots. Greens are super nutrient dense. Greens like dandelion, spinach, kale are especially high in iron. Some are also good sources of vitamin C like collards and Swiss chard, which make a great combo for iron absorption. Talking about absorption, 3 things that help the body to absorb iron are vitamin C, B12, and folic acid. If you aren't taking vitamin C, please consider it because it's also powerful for tissue repair and wound healing. Super helpful after you give birth. Red peppers, strawberries, and oranges are great sources of vitamin C. And if you're still struggling really badly with anemia, Floridix, a natural liquid iron supplement with natural herbal extracts and fruit juices that have vitamin C can help, along with liposomal iron, which is known to have quicker and better absorption than those horse pills you get from the doctor's office without the negative effects like constipation. I'll link all the supplements I mentioned and other helpful ones in the description box. I know, exercise may seem like a chore right now, or maybe not. What's true is that exercise before, during, and even after pregnancy is one of the best ways to balance your body for a healthy baby and a healthy mama. And it's been a sure way I boost my energy levels. The perfect added support to your diet and your immune system because it promotes a healthy weight, it boosts your energy levels, it also reduces backaches, constipation, bloating, swelling. Now, this isn't the time to start running marathons, unless, however, you were running marathons pre-pregnancy and you've cleared things with your doctor and you just got it like that. That's amazing. In general, though, you do want to challenge yourself, of course, without undue stress to your body. For most pregnant women, 30 minutes of moderate exercise is recommended most days of the week. If you're a beginner, start off with some walking and stretching. Some other good options are swimming, cycling, even strength training, as long as you stick to relatively low weights. As with any exercise, the most important thing is to listen to your body. If something feels off, take a pause and then resume when you can. And of course, before you start any exercise program, please make sure to clear things with your doctor. When you're busy and you're pregnant, chances are you'll be tempted to cut corners. I know firsthand. And if you're like me, this is especially true when you add some kids into the mix. I find that the best way to make sure you don't cut corners is to plan ahead. Meal plans are great, but even if you're only able to plan your next day, trust, it's much better than staring at the fridge like a deer in headlights, wondering what you're gonna fill your hungry tummy with, okay? Because you already know or have already heard that pregnancy hunger is something fierce. But if you plan ahead, even if it's just one day ahead, you'll be so glad you did. I defaulted to things like rice, beans, avocados, smoothies, anything that was easy and that I could prep ahead of time. So find easy items you can prep ahead of time and fall back on these. You'll be so glad you did. So I hope all of these plant-based mama tips help you on your pregnancy journey. Also, if you have any tips to help other mamas out, as always, please share them. What made the journey easier for you? Is there anything you would have done differently? Let's help a mama out. Also, if you're interested in a plant-based diet and you want to join the CMH crew, please subscribe to my channel to learn more about how to easily transition to a plant-based lifestyle and thrive I'd so love to have you here. Don't forget to hit the notification bell from my latest videos. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. You can also follow me on Instagram at Choosing My Health. And if you're new to this plant-based thing, welcome. Check out my free gift for you, packed with 15+ years of my life-tested strategies to boost your game for the win. Links are all in the description box below. I love y'all. I wish you the very best on your pregnancy journey, and I'll see you in the next one.